Setting intentions is the part that most people try to just jump straight into when they're learning about the law of attraction. And it's because a lot of the literature on it, a lot of the information on it is always placing the emphasis on something outside of ourselves and doing things to try to call something into us. So, law of attraction, how can I be sure I'm doing this right? Hi beautiful people, my name is Shakara. If you're here, it's for a very divine reason. You may be here because you just watched my Law of Attraction 101 video, which I filmed right before this. If you haven't checked it out, I will link it here and in the description box. But in this one, I want to share a surefire sequence for making sure that I am being clear and intentional in my manifestations. I personally like to take 4 considerations in my practice. This process doesn't have to be lengthy. If you don't want it to, it can be as short or as long as you want. It's all a personal choice. If it feels good for you, longer may be better, shorter may be better. Does size really matter? So the first element is to raise your vibration and to raise your mood and to get your energy up, because you want to make sure that you are entering from a space of feeling good. Since all the law of attraction technically is an energy exchange between you and your source, or God, or the universe, or your higher self, or the creator, or whatever term you give it, it's important that you enter that space from a very highly vibratory place, because what you're trying to call in is something of a higher vibration than you're already experiencing.
Higher vibration than you're already experiencing.
Nirvana. You have to stay over there then. You just want to be sure that you're entering this space from a very high vibratory place, because what you're trying to call in is high vibration. It's been shown that our emotions have a measurable vibratory frequency to them, and there are actually only 2 emotions that humans experience, either fear or love. Every single thing else that we can give a name to that's a feeling or an emotion that we experience branches either directly or indirectly from fear or love. In order to start in a good mood, you need to do something that's giving the energy of love. Love is more open, it's more positive, it's more of a high vibration, of course, than fear. So read a book, eat a good meal, listen to music that you want, or just sit and visualize your goals and your desires and the things that you're trying to call in, and try to feel the emotion that you be feeling if you have those things. That way, when you set out to actually commission your intentions, you will be sure to get back clearly what you're putting out. So after intentionally raising my vibration and feeling in a very high place, the second element I have to make sure is in place is gratitude. So right after I do whatever I do to raise my vibration, it may just be as simple as burning some oil and getting a good smell into my nostrils, whatever it is that I did to raise my energy, I'll go into a gratitude practice. And it usually involves writing. So I'll sit and I'll write some things that I'm thankful for, no matter how big or how small, because gratitude is like you pouring back into your source and giving something back for everything that you've been given and everything that's on the way and everything that is now. Growing a state of gratitude and growing a gratitude practice will ensure that you're in a constant state of alignment with things to be grateful for. It'll also ensure that you're not just making these requests all the time, but you're also pouring your own energy and your own good intention and your own good vibes back into source. So again, as I mentioned in my Law of Attraction 101 video, this is all about emotion and vibration and feelings, and your intention will derive from those. It's pretty much the fuel behind any manifestation. So once I get to a point where I'm feeling gracious and I'm just feeling a lot of gratitude in my heart space, I'll go on to element 4 and I'll go into element 3, and element 3 is setting intentions. Setting intentions is the part that most people try to just jump straight into when they're learning about the law of attraction, and it's because a lot of the literature on it, a lot of the information on it is always placing the emphasis on something outside of ourselves and doing things to try to call something into us, instead of knowing that we have to change our internal environment in order to send signals out to show us more of the things that we want to see. So in this portion, of course, this is where you are actively and intentionally making your request to the universe, whatever it is. And there are almost an infinite number of ways that you can achieve this. And just for the sake of naming a few, I'll name some. But if you want me to go into detail about how to use them, what the steps are, and all that sort of thing, just give this video a thumbs up and put gold in the comments so that I know you're specifically saying that you want to see videos about different processes, different manifestation processes and practices and techniques that you can apply or remix or use in your life some kind of way. I'm completely down for that. There are nearly an infinite number of methods that you can use in order to employ this setting intention step in this commissioning what it is that you want. So for the sake of naming some off, I'll just name some off, and if you want more information on them, like I said, just let me know. So there, of course, is just gratitude practices and keeping gratitude journal. There's acting as if. There's writing a letter from your future self. There's writing a letter to a future friend. There's vision boards. There's affirmations. There's meditation. There's moon manifestation. There's moon rituals. There's sex magic. There's a near infinite number of ways you can do this. Not near, there's an infinite number of ways that you can do this because it's all personal. You can remix anything. You can create your own. You can take elements of some and not elements of other. You can do whatever feels good for you, because again, all of these practices are about feeling good and about doing what is best for you and what is true to you and on your path. But the thing to remember in all of these is to be in check with what your vibration is, what your energy is, what your mindset is, what thoughts are you holding when you think you're calling forth these things. That's going to be the main fuel. And then of course the next main fuel is action. Most importantly, of course, is to focus on what you want, not what you don't want. And just like I outlined in my Law of Attraction 101 video, if what you want is health, you're not going to say, I don't want to be sick, because you're focusing your energy and your thoughts on the vibration of sickness, when in actuality, you want to focus on health. Don't destroy the old, just build the new. This also can apply to things like savings accounts. If the sole purpose for saving money for you is for a rainy day or for emergencies, you most likely will be met with plenty of rainy days and emergencies to have to use those savings for. But if your savings are for things like traveling and expanding your business, or investing in yourself, investing in equipment or your dream, or giving back, or whatever it is, you'll most definitely be met with opportunities to travel and to give back and to do things with your money that energize you and don't come from a place of fear or lack. It's also a good idea in this setting intention step to write it down. I mentioned this in my very first video, but I will say it again. When you write something down, it takes its place in the physical world and not just in the ether. You've pulled it out of the ether, out of just your mind and your thoughts and your imagination, and you've made it physical. Another good idea is to speak it. Speaking is very different from writing or just thinking as well, because sound carries a vibration to it. And all of this is about sending out the signal that you want so that you can get the right feedback and the right signal back. One of my favorite places to do this is in the car. I'll turn my music off and I'll just go into my gratitude, and then I'll go into saying things out loud. It might be my affirmations. It may be just me speaking. I don't really care how it looks to the people next to me, even if I look a little loony, because I want what I want, and what I want is more important than looking stupid. Your fear of looking stupid is holding you back. So the fourth element, of course, is action. No amount of sitting around and asking for your business to get popping is going to get your business popping if you're not doing the work to get yourself there. And the reason why I spoke so much in my Law of Attraction 101 video about being in the proper vibration is because once you start mimicking the thoughts, habits, emotions, or emotional health of the version of yourself that has these things, you'll start naturally making decisions that get you closer to that. You'll start naturally putting yourself in alignment and putting yourself on the path to get the things that you're calling or that you want to call towards yourself. So anything that you can perceive in your mind is already 90% manifested. All you have to do is the 10% to get that manifestation into your physical reality. And of course you'll have lots of help from the universe, from God, from source, but that's the 90%. That's taken care of. The thing that you have to do is make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do and putting forth the effort that you need to put to make sure that your life is reflecting these things and to make sure that you're creating this path for yourself. So with all that, just in case there are a few lingering things that I forgot to mention, I'm just going to say a couple do's and don'ts. So do know that whatever you are focusing your energy on is coming to you, whether you want it or not. That's why it's imperative to only focus on what you want and not what you don't want. Don't be impatient or worry, because that creates resistance and it pushes it further away from you, or you get further away from the thing it is that you want. What you need to do is put in your request, know that it's coming, stay in check of your vibration, stay in check of your energy, in check of your mood, in check of the things that you're allowing in your life. Don't worry or start giving energy, aka momentum, to opposing thoughts. So you just have to know that it's coming. You have to know that it's going to be in divine time. You have to know that what you want and your timing isn't best. What the universe wants is always best, because the universe has the most divine timing, because the universe is working it out for everyone simultaneously. When something changes for you, it changes for everyone. There's a micro shift in the entire world with every decision you make. Just like with every decision someone else makes changes your world slightly. And that's happening all day, every day. So you have to know that as soon as you're in line with the proper vibration, the proper energy, the proper emotion, and time and space is aligned with that as well, you're going to receive your manifestation in one way or another, which is why it's very important to be clear about what it is that you want. Do be very specific with your requests. Use as many details as you can about the thing that you want. If you're imagining yourself in a particular place, imagine all the things about yourself. What color is your nail polish? How's your hairstyle? What does the room smell like? What's the materials, your space or your desk or your floors or whatever it is that you're calling forth? What's it like? What are you feeling from gaining this experience or getting this manifestation? Be very specific about what it is that you want and very specific about what it is that you want to feel. Also, be very general if what you're calling in is general. So you can say something like, every day in every way I am getting better. I think that's Bert Goldman. That's one of his affirmations that he says, and it's very broad, but it's also kind of very succinct. It's calling in goodness to your life and pushing away things that aren't making you better. Do use affirmations in ways that make sense to you. Affirmations are such a wonderful way to reprogram your mind, and remember, your beliefs and your thoughts and the things that you're hearing all day long are the things that are creating your reality. So it's very important to make sure that you are replacing any negative thoughts or anything that you used to tell yourself that's opposing what you want with positive thoughts. And I can do a video on affirmations because I feel like my battery's dying and I don't want to go into too much of that here, but use affirmations in any way that makes most sense to you. Do seek out examples of success to keep you motivated and to keep you inspired, because as soon as your subconscious knows that something's possible, it will work on making it so in your life. So your subconscious just has to know that the thing that you want is possible and that you deserve it, and it will get on board with helping you notice the opportunities and the doors that are going to lead you there, and with just popping ideas in your mind that seemingly come out of nowhere that put you directly on a path to what it is that you want. Most important out of everything is to be patient, accept what comes, and always, always, always trust the process. sometimes what shows up is so much more incredible than anything you could have ever imagined for yourself that you'll laugh in comparison to the thing that you actually wanted in the first place. So accept what comes. It's always the best thing for you. If it's not what you actually wanted, work on being more specific to call in what it is that you actually want. I pray this information has been helpful for you. I also pray that I beat my battery or my SD card space. I don't know which is going to run out first. But thank you for everyone who subscribed after seeing my first video last week. Whether you stumbled upon the video, whether someone told you about it, whatever it is. I think that one's getting toward 500 and that was my goal, like 500 views. I'm definitely going to be doing more content like this. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss any of my content. If you like this and want more content like this, please give this video a thumbs up. It not only helps me getting all of this going, but it also helps people who are trying to find this kind of information, just like you sought this out today. They can be seeking it out, or if this video sought you out, it will help seek out some more people. Please be sure to leave me a comment if you have any questions or reflections. I love talking to you. I answer all of my comments, and I just want to dialogue. Eventually I will have some sort of space for like a forum, but I'm gonna wait until this grows a little bit and there's kind of like a need for that. Right now I think comments work fine, so ask me whatever you want in the comments. Leave a reflection. Some of you said some wonderful things to me about my first video and how it helped. Battery's going out, but I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm Shakara and these are Zuluisms. Peace.